The men are definitely
Hey everybody, this is Man in the Black Hat,
The deck is sealed off. They have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken
and we're
over.
back for, oh god,
interested in fighting
it's
these
Metal
guys.
Gear Solid
The
2.
weapons won't do me much good here.
And oh boy,
Can you
it's
see
your
Metal
favorite
Gear?
part of the game.
No, I'll have to go around to the
With
bow.
the Navy or the
They have some
Marines.
serious defenses
Yes, this is
here.
the
I doubt
Marines.
the recent arrivals
Yeah.
will blast their way through
This
the
is the
Marines.
Marines,
Wonder where they're headed.
who are dead
Not
stupid.
much, that's for sure.
So stupid!
Not kidding, they are
Snake,
dead
go over this
stupid.
one more time. Use this
And
camera
soon
to get
they'll be
photographic
stupidly
evidence
dead.
of the Metal Gear prototype. Now
Pretty
do your thing and
much.
take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front.
Yeah, 4 shots, we got it, shut up.
And a close-up of the Marine
You need 4
Corps.
swords now?
Marking.
No, they need
There should be a Marine
marine
on
lettering,
the body of
front,
Metal Gear.
right, front, left, and then you're done.
Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
Though I was unaware that marine vehicles undergoing testing had the Marines logo stenciled on them so prominently.
During our transmission.
Who?
Really does sound like a really crappy movie, doesn't it?
And besides, this is not how they do field
Could it
testing.
have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the
If
encryption protocol
Metal
for our
Gears
first
were a
transmission.
global
I
phenomenon,
wanted
thanks
use a
to
different method for sending
Revolver
the files just in
Ocelot
case.
leaking the stuff onto the global internets.
Exactly.
It's a series of
There's a
tubes, not a
workstation
big
in
old
the
truck.
southeast corner of the block where Metal
Well,
Gear
if that
is
were the case,
I've made
then
arrangements so that you can send
construction
pictures
and
from
production
the
of an anti-Metal Gear
Arrangement.
would be
I hitched a
open
ride on Link
and
16,
subject
the
to
US military's
co-
proprietary network.
congressional
Managed to get
inquiry,
the
like
workstation
any
over
other
another part of the system software
weapons
so I could remotely
development.
install a little app I wrote.
Just imagine how all the people who go to cons operate now, making their own homemade Metal Gears
All you
out
have
of
to do is stand in
cardboardium.
front of the machine and push the action button. The app will
I mean, if he
automatically
leaked
launch
it
and
on the
download
internet,
image
wouldn't
data
like
from
some
the
guy,
split the
some
files and
angry,
encrypt
pissed
them
off guy in his
individually.
garage be
The
trying to
data
build one
packets
right
can then
now?
masquerade as
Okay.
Yeah, you'd
So
think
all I
that.
have to do is push the action button in front of the computer.
And more fourth wall breaking because this is how they do the
And one more thing.
stuff of telling
The
you how to do
commandant's
stuff.
already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you. Okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 minutes. Longer if he throws in a
Shut
joke.
up, gameplay, want to play.
Remember, Snake.
Miyamoto
just the
doesn't
photos,
want you to
okay?
play, he wants you to watch a crappy movie.
I won't be making any sudden moves. But that
No,
doesn't
this
mean
isn't
you just
Miyamoto, this
hear
is
me
Kojima.
hijacked.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
right. I'm
Wrong
sorry.
Japanese guy.
All
I'm,
right.
I'm sorry, Miyamoto. I didn't mean to insult
Stay
you.
low.
Okay.
And I didn't mean to compliment Kojima either.
No kidding. Okay, you have plenty of time for this. I'm not even joking. You can run out of the 7 minutes and he'll still keep talking.
That's how hilariously dumb they are.
No, it's just how forgiving the game developers were.
Considering how many cutscenes you'll be stuck watching.
Now notice, that Marine right there never thinks to look slightly to the right.
Nor do
well.
they know how to slice. It's like their eyeballs can't move while they're in their sockets.
No kidding. And this is the sneakier way to get past all this. Is just solid snake it through the ducts. Because as we all know, air ducts are one of the most common features found on a tanker.
And air ducts are totally not compressed small areas that a human being would not be able to physically fit through.
And even if they were this ginormous, it's very unlikely that you would be silently sneaking along through here. Mythbusters kind of disproved that. With Thor, the God of Thunder, is trying to break into my building.
Think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by
You haven't
Ray.
seen that Mythbusters episode? Go see it. It's funny.
Yeah, it is. Especially when they use the super magnets on the
shift in the
on the
balance
wall.
Boom! Boom!
We, the Marine Corps, will play a central
Sounds
role
like
in
Iron
military
Man trying
affairs.
to scale a metal shaft.
Yeah. And yes, I just skipped a scene there. Don't care. Seriously, don't care.
Don't care. Gameplay more important. Kojima didn't realize this until the third game.
And the only reason this guy drops his magazine is to stop you.
But I promise you that they will not succeed.
That's it. Otherwise, this section is completely padding.
He drops his magazine to stop you?
Stop you from moving. Yeah, for a short while.
How would he even know that you're there?
It's scripted. Because it's like Michael Bay and showing a woman's ass.
For no damn reason at all.
Yeah. Oh, and
yes,
of course, the Commandant will pause to let his troops rest every once in a while. Which,
And I just...
yes.
I remembered the difference between Kojima and Michael Bay. Kojima's not a racist.
This is true.
And that's the only difference.
Yeah, that's true, and that's also a point in Kojima's favor.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Oh yeah, my Snake is so solid right now.
Oh, please, Snake. Your Snake is always solid.
I have a daughter.
I think Otacon has been trying to get him on special medication to take care of that problem.
That explains the scenes for Metal Gear Solid 4.
No, at that point he's trying to get it back up.
Viagra injections.
Yes.
Yeah, Solid Snake, the only old man who has Viagra injection pods.
Yeah, that's not what's the stuff that's full of that diabetics use in syringes?
Insulin?
Yeah, it's not insulin he's pumping himself full of.
Diabetes. Okay, first thing to do is show Otacon all of our naughty pictures. Because we can.
No, Otacon is a lonely man after all.
Now notice, this is a military computer from a couple of years ago, and it's running DOS.
What?
Yeah, it's running fucking DOS.
For what's supposed to be the super advanced future?
It's
Why
running
the fuck is a modern...
DOS.
Why is it running DOS when this timeline at the future of 2002?
They already had Windows 98 at that point.
At that point, they had Windows XP.
Yes.
So, any codec moments?
Oh, shut up.
Snake? The first one I'm seeing is...
Shut up and take your porn. I just noticed.
What? Nothing. It's nothing. But
I just
this isn't a
noticed
photo of Metal Gear anyway. Sorry, but you're gonna have to go back and shoot another set.
You can speak over him. Go right ahead.
This one.
Oh, For those of you who actually
next
remember
one's-
the Diekman comics
More of
back
these?
from your
Is
childhood,
that all you
this
think
version
about?
of Otacon
Hey,
kind
what
of
you
looks
is
like
your
him.
business. Just
Yeah.
get those Metal Gear pictures.
I'm sure that was
I'll
intentional.
just make a backup of this one. The next image is...
Apparently there's a...
You're on. Remember? I'll just make a backup of this one.
Apparently there's an achievement
And
you
the
can
next
get
one
on
is-
the Xbox version of this
Snake,
if you
get
get
serious, will you?
Otacon
Remove those
all
pictures.
6 pervy
I'll
photos.
just make a backup of this one.
Did you manage to get the
Okay,
achievement?
what am I
Yep.
seeing now?
Awesome. Wait, did you say no?
I said no.
This is hilarious.
And also, he's laughing.
Why?
Use it. Get the shots we need.
Why is he
Please.
laughing?
Make a backup of this one.
Please leave a comment to explain this shit,
Okay,
because we
last
don't
one's
get
coming
it.
up. Didn't think Gerlukovich was involved, of all
Yeah, screw off.
Screw
We
off.
need
Didn't you
4
already
images.
tell us who
One from the
this
front
guy
right,
was?
The front and the front left. and
Yeah,
a close-up of the
shut
names
up.
making on the prototype. Get the prototype on camera.
Not all.
You already know this!
Experience the horror of nuclear
Okay,
war.
easiest place to go get the Marines lettering is right where you came in. Really freaking easy.
I know.
Oh, hi, Marines lettering. Done.
Good.
I seem to be
Yeah,
repeating
you
myself.
shouldn't be repeating yourself. We don't care.
I need pictures of the
This
left,
new model
right,
of Metal Gear is
and
codenamed
middle.
Front right.
Red. After
Good.
And right freaking behind the platoon.
with this latest
Can't
Metal
even
Gear,
hear a camera going on.
we can rule the
Or see the flash. And the camera guys are way too focused on their job.
George Sears surrendered.
Nor do they hear the footsteps of the guy directly behind them.
Yeah.
The reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex.
What a bunch of retards. Ugh. Oh,
It's
but
like
it
their
gets better.
It's like their perception is set to 1.
Oh.
I'd say 0, but they can actually see something directly in front of them. And only directly in front of them.
See and or hear.
Looks like
So
I
they
have your
can't hear,
photos
that
now.
would mean
Let's
their
take a look.
perception would have to be
The
3 or
first
higher.
image is... Okay, this works. It's a great front
Okay,
view.
we got the front view. Yay.
Next image is... You're a
Thank
pretty good
you.
photographer.
Shut up.
We can definitely use this left shot.
Shut up and go back to Pokemon Snap,
What's
you
next?
asshole!
This is
Uh-huh.
great.
Marines
The
lettering.
Marines lettering shows up
Continue,
really well.
please.
Okay, last one's coming up.
Yay, we got all of them.
The shot from the right is
And the
in-
gameplay is over.
Okay.
Awesome,
now we
Professor
have all
Oak
the photos.
approves. Time to
Snake,
complain
the
more about
speech
the,
is about to wind
about
up.
the shit of this game.
Forget the photos and get out of there now.
You know, you'd
By all
think I'd
means.
write a script for this, but I'd go way better off the cuff.
Will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray.
Now, here's something weird.
Dismissed.
Marine Commandant Scott Dolph is wearing BDUs. The Marines are all wearing OD greens. One of these things is not like the other. Seriously,
Please continue.
Marines don't work like that. Also, some of them are wearing helmets, some of them are not. Could you guys please decide?
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
What?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good
Okay,
officer.
someone unidentified is in your hole.
Americans
Why
tuned
are
up
you
with the
not
sound of their own
shooting
voice
him?
to speak the truth.
Especially when you
Identify
outnumber him
yourself.
10 to 1.
More like 50 to 1.
I am Shalashaska,
Rashada
also called Revolver Ocelot.
Okay,
Good for
Revolver
you.
Ocelot, you're awesome, we get it. Why the hell are you still alive?
Because no one's smart enough to know how to pull a trigger.
Commandant,
Why is he
why are
stopping
you
us?
giving the stop signal? And
What
why
do you
are you
want?
Marines flagging your buddies?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to
Why?
do?
Are they
Steal
afraid
this
they're going
thing?
to shoot Metal
Steal?
Gear? I mean, the damn thing is
No,
bulletproof
I'm taking
except
it
in the
back.
base! Guffaw!
Seriously, what the hell is wrong with these guys? And where did the rest of them go? That's like 2 squads, and there was a full platoon and a half there.
Maybe they forgot how to breathe. It wouldn't surprise me.
And why was no one watching the rear?
Well,
Great
if they
security
were, they would've
guy.
found-
Great security job, guys. Morons.
Gerlukovich.
Shoot.
Again, if they were looking,
Shoot
Nobody
him!
move.
if they were
Understood.
looking at the rear, they would have caught Snake.
If they had any sort of security at all, they would have caught Snake, they would have caught Ocelot, and they sure as hell would have caught Gerlukovich before any of this happened. This game could be over by now.
But no, the plot has to be dragged on.
This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this
Okay,
button.
so shoot him before he can touch it.
That's right.
Why
They're not
No
going
one
to.
has to die
are
needlessly.
What?
you hesitating?
Because they probably haven't been trained with their rifles yet. One of them probably could have shot a bullet through the guy,
Almost
through the
at the
asshole's
target.
hand, and
Get
that
him
would have been
moving.
the end of it. And
Or
over
his
that-
head. That would have equally ended it.
Oh yeah, that too. I mean, or all of them open fire at once and turn into Swiss cheese. I don't think he'll be getting up from that. And if he does, he won't be living very long after he gets back up.
No kidding.
What do you intend to do with Greg?
And
Sell it
I'm
on the
sorry,
streets?
but you took a
I
hostage?
was raised in
Shoot
Slezins,
him.
formerly known as Chelyabinsk.
Shoot the damn
Especially-
hostage! You don't need him anymore!
Especially since, look at
What are
this
you
guy.
talking about?
He's
After the
barely
Cold War,
even
it
touching
was
the
my
Commandant.
home,
Commandant
by
could
the
take
veterans.
away that pistol at any time.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand.
What
Land,
the
friend,
hell
dignity,
is
all
wrong
sorts
with these
of our
Marines?
business, The United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is
Kojima
Russian,
likes the
developed
Russians
by
more?
us.
What do you intend to do?
Apparently.
You know, unless it's Solid Snake, and then by all means he's going to orgasm all over the U.S.
Well, apparently Solid Snake is half
I
Japanese.
regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came
Yeah.
to take it back.
I cannot groan enough from learning that now.
You didn't know that?
Yes. Return to the Patriots.
Oh, not only is Solid Snake half Japanese, so is Big
How's
Boss.
that possible?
And so is McDonald Miller, who was born in
I
Japan.
was never in your employ, Gerlukovich.
If he had American parents and born in Japan, then yeah, that I can kind of count
No
that as
hard feelings,
territorial.
Colonel.
His father
Mother
was American,
Russian
his mother was
for monarchy.
Japanese.
Since when, Ocelot? When
Thank
did
you,
turn?
Kojima, for
I'm glad
shoeing
you noticed,
for
comrade.
shoehorning Japan in for no
I
damn
abandoned
reason.
her during the
And
Cold
Solid Snake and Big Boss are half Japanese because they're half
Metal
Japanese.
Gear only has room for one.
That's never really explained.
Gerlukovich, you and your daughter will die.
Again, he shoehorned it in.
Damn you!
I am heavy! I am bulletproof!
Why did you get rid of your Why did you get rid of your human shield to take on Revolver Ocelot, you moron?
Well, he thinks he's heavy with a supercharge behind him. The problem is he doesn't really have a medal.
Okay,
And around-
Ocelot has just run out of bullets in his pistol. Now you should be shooting him.
Considering he only has a handful of Russian agents with him, compared
Sergei,
to the entire boat
looks
full
like
of
you were long
Marines.
overdue for retirement.
He's dropped his pistol. You should be shooting him.
While he is off guard,
He's completely unloaded his second and only other pistol. You should be shooting him.
why aren't you shooting him? Oh, right. they're going to forget how to breathe shortly. I'm pretty sure if their intelligence has been dropped to 1, kind of to match their perception.
This is part of why it's, oh god, it's Metal Gear Solid
Show's
2.
over. If you wish to live, I
I've
suggest you
been
run
in the
now.
military. I was in the military for 12
This ship
years.
is still in the lower New York
You were
harbor.
in Iraq.
You may yet make
Yes,
it to shore
this sort
and
of
swim for your
stupidity
life.
Didn't exist in 2007, let alone when this is supposed to take place. Oh, the stupid is painful.
And this is all because the guy who has a hard-on for the American military and thinks he's a movie director and clearly is not, doesn't know how to do the fucking research.
No. Here's the best part. This guy had military advisors for this game. Someone from the U.S. military greenlit that scene. Yeah.
Maybe we should add a timer. Drones inserted. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's been a while, brother.
And of course we have this bullshit plotline, which
You know
is
who I
completely
am.
treated as absolutely nothing when Metal Gear Solid 4 comes out.
Not so
Yeah,
young
it's
anymore, eh,
actually
Snake?
complete bullshit.
It is an
You're
act.
drowning in time. I know what it's like,
Yeah,
brother.
whole thing, bullshit.
No
It's
wonder
just-
Naomi passed
it's
you
just
over for the
Ocelot
Fox type program.
pretending to be Liquid.
And it's a complete waste of a plot.
In fact, it completely wastes part of the plot line from Metal Gear Solid 3 as well, because it's hinted that Revolver Ocelot in 3 is descended from the Sorrow and the Joy, also known as the Boss, and had the Sorrow's second sight.
A few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man.
Which was supposed to explain why Revolver Ocelot in this part had Liquid Snake in his mind, and was basically turning into Liquid Ocelot.
Which, while that is his name, that means jack shit when it actually comes out, because I think when 4 came out, Kojima was thinking, you know what? Fuck the fans, I want their money.
I don't know what he was thinking, but at the end of 4, it turns out the whole damn thing was a fucking act.
But then again, the 4th game was signed exclusively to the PlayStation, which cost $599 US.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I'm thinking around the time that 4 came out, what little was left in Kojima's head was already starting to disappear.
Well, Kojima's actually pretty good to his fans, at least.
You know, except in 4. That was kind of a...
No, I mean in real life. Yeah, he's currently actually pretty good to his fans.
He's pretty good to his fans in person, because he probably doesn't want them to kick him in the nuts. You know, if he actually has those.
Ow. That's mean.
Well, this is the guy who did come up with Metal Gear Solid 2 after
You don't have what it takes
True.
after all!
It's still me.
Well, if I had to do the news for the asshole for this review, I very well would.
So basically, this whole subplot of Ocelot being possessed by Liquid to destroy the Patriots is complete and utter bullshit.
And a complete waste of plot and our time.
Speaking of complete waste, look at these guys wasting their time with the small arms fire on what they should already know is impervious to small arms fire.
But you know, their boss totally said, don't shoot at it! You might accidentally hit Jason instead of Ocelot!
And now they figure out maybe shooting at it's a really bad idea.
For a guy who likes to glorify, he doesn't. For a guy who has a hard-on for the military, he really likes to make the military look like a bunch of incompetent dumbasses. You know, unless they're working for the government and being a super secret agent.
Yeah. It's very clear that Solid Snake was initially inspired by James Bond movies.
Otacon, we have a problem.
But he was supposed to be a bit more badass and able to handle himself.
Instead of getting drunk on the job, he beats the crap out of people.
Yes, and humps them.
Because he has a solid snake.
Indeed. And in case you're wondering what in the world just happened, the Metal Gear Ray prototype model needs to suck in water in order to power its cutting torch, which is actually a high-pressure water spout.
Actually, it's more like a high-pressure water blade. That is the actual name of it.
Even so, the whole point of that is to suck in enough water to blast water out at high speed.
Not so much at high speed, it's more at high pressure. It's like an industrial water blade they use for machine parts.
Yeah, only on a huge scale.
Only on a scale meant to cut people up.
No, this is more like meant to cut buildings up.
Okay, yeah. That.
Mobile buildings, like Metal Gear's. And the physically impossible 400-foot jump.
Landing on something that... Okay, you fucked out of that thing, why did you splash right back down?
How did it get the momentum from basically a standing start to get that high in the air? And how did it not crush its way back through the ship when it landed?
Anime physics.
No.
No problems. Proceeding as planned, sir.
Yeah. And the physically impossible backwards jump.
Anime physics.
Realistically, all it should have done was topple over, as the ship gave way underneath it.
Realistically, it literally jumped out of the water and Ocelot just would have kept going.
Yeah. You would have just gotten clear of the wreckage and kept going.
At the location we
But
discussed.
no,
Yes.
had to insert the
I have
fancy
photographic
anime
evidence
BS.
of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's
Oh,
news
this
flash.
fair.
I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
So the President authorized this strike against the Marine Corps rather than just cutting the Marine Corps' funding for the project.
Snake!
What? That's not how, anything works.
So you sent your own special missions force to take out your own country's military. What the fuck type of president are you?
The incompetent type, of course.
You mean he's George W. Bush?
No, I'm afraid it's far worse than that. He's James Johnson. I'm not kidding.
You said Johnson.
Yes, we're so mature here on RezoWalkthroughs.com.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
At least
Of
we
course.
try to be.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your
Okay.
classic nightmare.
Wait,
It didn't take long for the government to put an oil
was
fence around the
BP
whole
here
mess.
recently?
And then that massive
Apparently.
facility went up inside. The big shell.
But, you know, they didn't put up no big shell in the Gulf.
Isn't quite over yet.
No.
It takes time.
Would have been nice if
Meantime,
they
the shell's
had.
become a landmark, a
Yeah,
symbol
it
of
would've
environmental
been.
protection.
But you know, fuck that. We want to spend money on our yachts.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell.
So, okay, we have 2 SEAL teams and 2 Seahawk helicopters.
Do we have an ID?
Going up the New York Harbor towards the Big Shell.
Private Army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the Big Shell.
And they have no gunship support.
The Russians will never see it coming. They would expect the gunships. That's why they're not sending them in.
You know what? This guy's infiltration method suddenly makes a shitload more sense. Damn it! More stupid.
Throne of despair in 3, 2,
What are their demands?
1.
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
It sounds like Solid Snake got his voice changed.
And one from our own government.
Yeah,
The most
no
important
kidding.
person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson, everyone. The President of the United States
Unless
is
the
named
demands are
James
met, the terrorists
Johnson.
intend to blow the Big Shell out.
So insert your Spider-Man jokes or your penis jokes here.
Inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chloride's being used to decontaminate
Well,
the
it
seawater
wouldn't
go
be
up with the oil,
Spider-Man
toxins
because that's
containing
James
catastrophic levels of
J.
dioxins will be
Jonah
released.
Jameson.
In other words, the Bay's ecosystem will be
Still
wiped
JJ.
out, and the sea will turn into a toxic
Or
soup
Triple
for
J.
centuries, becoming
Yeah,
the
yeah,
worst
yeah, yeah.
environmental disaster
Either way,
in
insert
history.
Spider-Man joke or penis joke here. Or Spider-Man penis joke.
You
Give me
have
3
three
options because I like you.
1. Infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the
We
president
don't
and other
care,
hostages.
Campbell.
2.
We really,
Disarm the
really,
terrorists by
really
any
don't
means
care.
necessary.
Speaking of don't care, for those who probably don't care, the Colonel's voice actor is also the original
You
actor
should
for
know
Perceptor in
that SEAL
Transformers
Team 10 is
Generation
also
1.
conducting a rescue
And that's
operation.
way more interesting
Yeah, it is.
than anything we're seeing in this
Is this a
cutscene.
joint effort?
No.
Or this game.
Foxhound remains a covert
Now,
body.
why would the
Don't let
Foxhound
them
not
presence.
be doing a
That is
joint
an error.
effort with the SEALs? Why would Raiden not be being given the full report? Why? A lot of questions about now.
Snake. I'm now inside strut A.
All
Yes.
of the why.
How are things?
Yes.
We're leaving out W,
Looks
X,
like there are no
and
sentries posted
Z
here.
for now.
What's the visibility?
We don't need to deal with those letters.
Struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
That's okay. You'll
There
only
was a
be
brand
moving
new
in
hole
two.
cut through the
You'll
oil
only be
fence.
moving up and
There's
down
someone
anyway.
else besides me that
He
wants
won't
to
need to
get
use the
back.
IR goggles
That's not
that he didn't bring.
SEAL Team 10.
They landed on the
Seriously,
roof of the Big
he
Shell
didn't
as
bring
planned.
any.
And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following
Because
communication.
herp a dirt.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated.
Yay! Our
Right.
hero, or heroine,
Right.
ladies and
We've
gentlemen.
already covered
Raiden.
infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions
Despite what
in
you may
VR.
be thinking,
I feel like some kind
No,
of legendary mercenary.
I don't think his testicles have dropped
Okay,
yet.
we'll skip that part.
And yet he's
Make
voiced
sure
by
nobody
Quentin
sees
Flynn,
If you
one
need
of the
to,
better voice
contact
actors
me by
around.
codec. The frequency is 140.
And if we're going to name off voice actors,
When you want to
for
use
those
the
of you
codec,
who are
push the
fans of the
back button.
franchise, or
When we need
rather
to reach
still
you,
fans of the franchise,
contact you.
he's the voice
The
of
codec will
Axel
beep.
from Kingdom
When you
Hearts.
hear that noise,
Yep.
press the back
This is
button.
why I say
The
he's a
codec
good voice
receiver
actor.
directly stimulates the small bones of your
He's
ear.
actually done some big
No
name
one but
stuff
you will
other
be
than
able
Metal
to
Gear
do it.
Solid.
All right. I'll contact you if anything
And yes,
changes.
Raiden is actually getting his own spin-off game
First,
after his
make your
testicles
way
drop.
to the upper
Yep.
section of the Big
Not
Shell.
only is it a
How
spin-off,
do
it's
I get up
also
to
a
the next
sequel,
level?
considering Snake is
There's an
too
elevator
old
at
to
the
do
far
anything
end of
else
that area.
after MGS4.
Use that.
Yay! No more Solid Snake.
Let's put him on a
Your
life
new
support
sneaking
machine.
suit uses
No.
electrofiber technology.
I don't
A
mean
byproduct
put
of
him out in
fiber
the
optics
field. The life
research.
support machine is too big.
The
Yay.
texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array
It's
of
the
built-in
suit
sensors.
itself
It
is
referred to as
protects against a
smart-skin
wide
military
range of
R&D.
toxic substances,
Data about damage to
like
different regions
bullets.
of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
This
There's a
suit
lot
is
of
also
pressure
an
on my
obtainable
torso.
item
Relax,
in
the suit applies
Bulk Guide
varying pressure to
2.
major
For
internal
those
organs
of
to
you-
maximize performance and
It
safeguard
doesn't
their
actually change your
functions. They
character's
call this
skin
the
to the
skull suit
suit.
in
That would be
Foxhound.
too awesome.
Skull suit. Seems
but because
appropriate
Boktai is
somehow.
also a Kojima game, and probably way better than this. Granted, it forces you to play
hatch with a
outside, but if
circular
you know how to
handle
use a
will open into the
blacklight
elevator
properly,
area.
you never have to leave your
Locate the
home.
hatch first.
Or you can just open a window.
Moving on to
Yeah.
main mission objectives.
Preferably have one with a screen on it, though.
Yeah.
Don't want them bugs getting in your house during this weather.
Well, I mostly meant open a window as in open the blinds.
That doesn't work.
Really?
I've actually tried to play it in front of a window. For some damn reason, the windows filter out UV radiation.
That is so weird.
Go figure. So you physically have to have solid sunlight going onto the UV sensor of that game cartridge. And apparently we're talking about something far more interesting than this game.
Yeah, apparently.
It's sad when a Kojima game about forcing you to go outside is far better than what he considered to be his crowning achievement of gaming.
Yeah, he actually considered this to be the best game he made. And we're ripping it a new one.
You know, after people have already done that.
Actually, I don't think people have ripped this one a new one in an actual review before.
Not a video-based one, anyway.
Yeah.
Text-based, maybe. But that was
Maybe.
probably when it first came out, say, 10 years ago.
Thereabouts, yeah. So we're doing the first that we know of video review of this game. Trust me, this ain't no Let's Play.
No, it's not. There's... If someone can Let's Play this game and manage to keep their sanity while not being on medication, by all means, give us a link, or tell us what to Google.
Yeah, please. I would love to see someone not go insane from this. M9 pistol. Yay, we got it. We're done with this area.
But, you know, I wanted to actually see if he could get the grip gauge to go up.
Yeah, we do a bit of farting around with that.
And it turns out you need to do 100 pull-ups for it to work.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, is the natural answer for that. And in total, you need to do 200 pull-ups.
Yeah,
to fully max out your grip gauge.
Not gonna do that.
I got 3 words. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, pretty much. After we found out that it takes 100...
Each level, accounting to a total of 200, we kind of said screw it. And it turns out you never really need it anyway.
No, it's just handy. That's it.
Although in this version of the game, you would have gotten an achievement for actually doing it.
True.
But, you know, you wanted to get this out of the way as fast as possible.
As fast as I possibly could. Ugh. And yet another cutscene, because we haven't had nearly enough of those yet.
It is interactive movie, not a video game.
It's
movie,
not even an
book.
interactive movie.
All his equipment is
It's
Russian.
10 hours.
Must be a Gurlukovich.
It is more of a tedious
A Russian private army that was
or
aligned around the
inactive
Shadow
movie.
Moses takeover
Yeah.
about 4 years ago.
It's a 10-hour long movie with 1 hour of gameplay thrown in just for fun.
They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
You know what would be more fun than playing this?
Anything?
Well, I was going to take a shot and say, well, how about one of those little stupid minigame things that you find on kid DVDs?
Yeah, I'd agree. That would be way more fun.
Well, I meant more like one of those movies where you have to spot the Easter egg thing pop up and then press the enter button on your remote.
Uh-huh. That would be way more fun. I don't care what you say at this point. Whatever it is, it's way more fun than this.
Well, I could probably name a few things that would probably not be fun.
Oh, hi, Solid Snake. We're totally not going to see him later.
No, you're not going to see him later.
Totally not.
There's
You're gonna
definitely
see the
another
guy from
intruder here
Escape from New
besides
York.
me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a
Yes,
solo job.
we know.
Man.
Shut up.
We may not know
Worse
who
than
he is,
Fee.
but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold.
That will be
Whoever he
ironic
is,
later
he's got
on.
some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can
If
take
we need to
advantage of
point
the
out how it will
situation
be
and get to
ironic,
work.
then you suck.
There's a terminal in front of the
Yeah.
elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Oh, look! A really lame nerd joke.
Oh,
Use the node to gain access to the big
Because-
ship's facilities network.
then what?
You
Pull
know,
up the map of the
Raiden is
structure.
such a
That'll
jock.
let you activate
Really.
the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True.
Oh, that'll
that
be
radar came in
disproven
useful
very,
during
very
VR
quickly.
training.
A radar
Yeah.
system
Very quickly.
uses biological magnetic fields
Oh,
as input.
yeah.
These estimated enemy positions are
And
projected
apparently, no one
onto a
can
map
figure out that
according to
Raiden,
reference
despite
points
the lack of
collected via
boobs,
GPS signals
is
and
a
field
man.
personnel reports. We need to get to the
Maybe
map
they
through the
think
big
she has
shell's
A
node
cups.
to put this data processing to practical use.
Maybe they just
The
don't
node
think
unit
and are
is
really,
about
really
3 feet
stupid.
high. Should be colored
Like the
blue.
Marines in the
Each
opening
area
cutscene?
has at
Yeah,
least one.
like them.
How do I gain access?
Like Mr.
Just
Kojima
push
when
the
he actually
action
made this
button in front
game?
of the node.
No.
Oh, right,
I
that
have
was
to
mo-
give him some
Take care
credit.
of
This
the security
Drek
clearance
actually
and
did
allow
take
you
some
access
talent to
the node.
produce.
Complete the procedure before those
Oh.
sentries gain consciousness. If they
Because if
spot
he
But
didn't
you,
have
you
talent,
gain
this would have
access
been
for a
so
while.
much worse.
Stay on guard.
Got it.
I think I can actually agree with you on that. I've only played this game once, and for damn good reason.
Shut up, we don't want to hear it. And good night. Now, technically speaking, I should have about 10 to 15 minutes of free time here. In the original PS2 version, it said name at the login screen rather than code name. That was obviously changed for the HD version. Loading.
So he can log into computers by putting his palm on the monitor.
Touchscreen.
Oh.
And instead of name, it's code name, so there you go. And the funny thing is, if it's your birthday and you input your birthday here, it'll give you a happy birthday message.
But we're not going to do that, right? Well, you're not going to do that until we get to the extras.
And ladies and gents, my birthday. There you go. Now you know. So there you go. Yay, we've downloaded the node. If we were playing this on very easy, we would need to download this one and only this one.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now.
Remember your VR.
Yes, the radar should be functioning now, dipshit. Even though the Soliton radar should function on its own, using its own map function in order to map the area. It should not need these nodes in order to download a single area map rather than the entire map for the entire facility once.
But if you're discovered by an enemy,
This is why very easy makes more sense.
And this doesn't even come into account that the Soliton radar would still work even without a map. It would still map enemy positions because that's what it does.
It's an auto-mapping map.
That was the whole point of the Soliton radar back in Metal Gear Solid.
And then Metal Gear Solid 2 came along and decided to fuck it up.
Oh.
All right.
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Oh, look, it's our shoehorned love interest.
What's going on?
And this
Jack,
is
I'm
where
a
the
part of this
jock
mission.
interest falls
Colonel, what
apart.
the hell is going on?
And wait, what the fuck is the point of giving him a codename Raiden if his girlfriend is just going to call him Jack the whole time?
Why her?
Yeah,
the
no kidding.
sound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident.
Oh, right.
Rosemary was
This is
brought
so
in
he
as a
can talk to
replacement.
people who aren't talking to him
And
in his
according to the
head.
files, she knows you better
Yeah.
than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service.
Spoilers.
An intelligence analyst is no field
When he's talking to
officer.
Colonel Campbell,
Not to
he's
worry.
actually talking
She has
to
our
an
technical
AI
staff at her
that's
disposal.
projecting an image
She's
into
never
his
been a part of
brain.
a field mission.
Hence
This
the
is
fee
insane.
comment
I
earlier,
have
for
my
those
own
who
reasons
actually
for
needed
selecting
it
her for
pointed
this
out
mission,
now.
soldier.
You suck.
Colonel, I fail to see.
I know
And
your
if you're
VR
complaining
training
about
performance
spoilers
and all,
now,
but sometimes
don't
that's
worry,
not
we're
enough.
going to spoil a
You're
lot of
familiar
crap
with the
before
Shadow
you.
Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
That's how much
If
we
there's a
really
crucial
hated
tactical
doing this
detail
game.
that case taught us, it
Oh,
was
the
power
things
of
I
the
do for you
operative's will
people.
to survive.
I hope you guys
I was
appreciate this.
trained
I
to
really
fight.
do.
My personal
They're
feelings
watching
have
Let's
no
Play
place in a
videos. Of
mission.
course they don't
We've learned
appreciate
that
it,
it
and they
doesn't
want
work
to see
that
you
way.
suffer.
This is
And on
true.
the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like
Shut
it or
up,
not.
Rose.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back.
For someone who's a
But
jockey,
I
letting
have
his
conditions
girlfriend
that
beat the
need to
shit
be
out of
met,
him really
Colonel.
hard.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission
And I don't
data,
mean
but
physically
I'm aware
either.
that technically I'm not part
The
of the
funny
mission
thing
control
is,
team.
they
After
got
all, I'm
A-list
just a
voice
normal girl
actors
who's worried about
for
Jack.
this game.
But that means, Colonel,
They did
that I am
really
not
good in
required
getting
to
voice
follow your
acting
orders
talent,
outside of my
and they did
immediate
really
duties.
good on the
Jack is
scripts.
not simply
But
a
this
field
is
personnel
still
for me to
so
track.
much
His safety
tedious
comes
stuff
first
to
me,
get through.
not the mission. And
It
because
also
of that,
seems kind
I
of
will be
forced.
monitoring and keeping a
It
record
really
of every
does.
communication you
Metal
have
Gear
with him,
Solid
Colonel.
3 was so
Given
much
the
better voice acted and
circumstances, you're
so
free
much
to do
better
what
in
you
the
see
script.
fit.
Everything
I
felt
prefer
natural
this to being
except
kept in the
for
dark waiting.
the
I'd
boss's
like to make a
comments with
request, if I
Snake,
may.
but that
Of
was
course.
supposed to
His
feel
handle is
forced.
Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Because the boss
Yes,
was
sir.
really doing
All right,
an
Mr.
act.
Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The
The
proprietary
whole
save frequency
time.
is 140.96.
Spoilers! Lols!
I just switched frequencies.
Yeah.
Jack,
What?
But
Do you
then
know what
again,
day it is
if you haven't
tomorrow?
seen Metal Gear
April
Solid 3 by
30th.
now,
Is there something
Why?
special about it?
isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that was
Oh,
the
well,
good one.
I'll
You know,
keep trying till I
after
hear the
Metal Gear
answer.
Solid.
I'm gonna let you go now,
yeah,
Jack.
so many good Metal Gear games have come between now and 3. And guess what? They all star Big Boss.
You know, except Metal Gear Acid.
Yeah, that's the non-canon. Oh crap. Why? Why would you interrupt me like that?
Raiden.
Because Kojima demands it.
consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives.
Shut
You
the
must
fuck
stay
up,
out of sight.
Campbell. This guy is going to oh. Oh, crap, run.
Run. And now we're forced into hiding, even though I shot the guy.
Well,
In
how
the
did you shoot
face.
Well, technically you didn't, because Campbell came up before you could, asshole.
Yeah.
And what is that? For apparently how Otacon can detect cameras without being there and stuff, though granted we kind of explained that away. If they can see these guys on there through the Soliton radar, why the fuck would they interrupt you while you're trying to prevent them from killing you?
Yeah, no shit. Why would they do that?
Because they're assholes, that's why. At least that's the only excuse I can come up with right now.
More cutscenes, because we haven't had nearly enough of those yet.
Oh, dude, I know you hated going through this, but chill.
I'm sorry, it's just this
The
game.
terrorists
This
call
game
themselves
induces rage.
Sons of Liberty.
Lots of rage.
The name of their leader is Solid
Well, it's not
Snake.
like you're playing Halo Online. Oh, wait, this is worse.
Yeah, and Halo Online is occasionally
That's
fun.
why you changed my code name.
Right. But he
Like
can't
the time
be
we
without
had
Solid
that
Snake.
one rave
He
party.
died 2 years ago on that tank.
Totally
After he
impromptu.
blew it sky high.
Yeah,
That was fun.
Could he have
yeah,
survived?
it is.
Not
We gotta do that again sometime.
You know, when I can actually go back on Xbox Live.
Yeah, true.
Colonel, I'm on
Then
the
again,
roof. There are
best
no
part that ever
sentries.
happened was I
Only
actually
take
turned into
one to
Caboose
spot
by
me in this
accident.
light.
By nuking my entire
Stay
team
extra sharp until you can find
with
a
the
node to log
lock-on
in
sat-nav
What
gun.
about the
Oops.
commandos?
SEAL Team 10
I
has
thought I
landed
was
on
going to
struts
nail
B
a whole
and
bunch
C.
of grunts at
And the
once.
president?
My team
Seems
decides
you
to
were
nail the
spotted on
grunts
strut
for me
B.
and pay the price
Strut
by
B?
accident.
Whoopsie.
I'm like, they're like, dude, what the hell was that for?
The big shell is comprised of
I
shells
say
1 and 2. Each unit
like,
consists of a central
Tucker
core and
did
6
it?
struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons
And
connected
yes, even
end on
talking
end.
about our little misadventures in Reach is more enjoyable than this bullshit.
Yes. But then again, you guys will get to see Reach sometime in July or August.
Get to a node.
Probably, yeah, probably August.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, that's around the time my mom would have money to help.
Anyways, well, hi Aeronautical.
Oh,
But this is Man in the Black Hat.
And Game Collector.
We'll see you next time for more of, oh god, it's Metal Gear Solid 2. Later.